everybody, DPX here. Welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm reviewing Karate Kid Legends. I almost said Cobra Kai Legends for some reason, but Karate Kid Legends. Now before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, leave a comment, or I will show you no mercy. So, I'm gonna give you some background. I watched the first Karate Kid movie like a while ago, but I didn't really become a fan of this franchise until I saw Cobra Kai. I fell in love with Cobra Kai. In fact, fun fact about me and this channel, aside from any Smash video, my most viewed video is a Cobra Kai video essay I made. I'm telling you, I love Cobra Kai, right? And so when they originally announced a Karate Kid movie, I remember being intrigued, but then the more we learned about this movie, the more confused I got. I'm like, yeah, it is, like, on the one hand, I mean, it's a Karate Kid movie, a franchise that I love, and also the idea of, like, crossing over, like, Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan is interesting. It messes with the canon a little bit, but I can put that aside. And what we ended up getting is, like, I guess superficially entertaining, but it's also really weird. For one, it feels like two movies. From the trailers, you get, like, you know, Daniel, played by Ralph Macchio, and Mr. Han, played by Jackie Chan, coming together to train this new kid, Lee, played by Ben Wang, who, by the way, Ben Wang is great, and, like, he's got a bright future ahead of him. Like, that seems to be something that is universally praised about this movie, is Ben Wang, and yes, I can agree with that. So if you look at the trailers, you would probably get that that's what the movie is about, and not that it's not about that, but, like, that's half the movie. The other half, and this was in a plot synopsis that I heard about that I didn't think was true, like, I thought it was a joke, and then I see it, like, actually happen, and it's like, I guess it's a slight spoilers, because this isn't really in the trailer, but, like, it's kind of like what the movie's about, at least half of it. The main character, Lee, he trains his, like, love interest's dad, Kung Fu, for a boxing tournament, because he owns, like, the dad, he owns a pizza shop, right, and, he owes money to some sketchy people, you know, the type of people you don't want to owe money to. So he's training the dad to go into a boxing tournament so he can win money to pay off the debt he needs to pay off. Which is just really weird. First of all, the fact that that's not in any of the trailers, like, I guess that's not, like, it doesn't sound interesting, and in practice, like, it was entertaining, but, like, a very weird, like, way to use the Karate Kid formula, and then all that happens, and then, like, Jackie Chan comes in, who, by the way, like, he's in the beginning of the movie. I'm not gonna say his inclusion in the movie is completely random, because it's not. He's, like, in the setup of the movie. He is kind of integral to the plot. But then Daniel, just, like, he's just kind of there. Like, there's not much of a plot reason for him to be there. I guess in this line is in the trailer, where, like, Mr. Han meets Daniel and says, I want my student to learn Miyagi-Do karate. You know, like, that, sure, but that's about it. That's all, like, the, like, justification we get for why Daniel's in the movie. Otherwise, you could have had him removed from the movie, and yeah, maybe you wouldn't have had some nostalgia beats you could have thrown in there. Maybe you don't have this cool poster you can make with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, but also the movie probably would have been better. And look, seeing how, like, Daniel as a character has grown through the movies and, like, the Cobra Kai show, I really like Daniel, and I really like Ralph Macchio, the way he plays Daniel. But I'm saying the movie probably actually would have been better without him, because he doesn't add anything, really. That's not a slight to Ralph Macchio. Of course, he's great, but, like, Daniel, like, plot-wise, does not add anything. I will say they do go with, like, the typical Karate Kid formula, but, like, change some things up. Like, yeah, it's like a new kid. A kid moves to a different place. In this case, he moves from Beijing, China to New York. Gets a love interest, but also trains to become like a karate master, I guess, and win a tournament. The interesting thing here, though, is Lee is already trained in Kung Fu, and he's already a good fighter, and he's also very charming, you know? You go back and watch, like, the original movies, Daniel's kind of like a hothead, and, like, once he started, like, yeah, he was bullied, but, like, he was also kind of hot-headed. And once he started training with Mr. Miyagi, he was reeled in a bit. But here, Lee is not hot-headed. He's not, like, he's a good kid, you know, not a perfect kid or anything, but, like, he's a good kid, which I thought was a nice change of pace. I like that about this movie. And they also did set up, going back to earlier to when I said Daniel didn't really need to be there, they did set up at the beginning, like, a connection between the two families, like between the Miyagi family and Mr. Han's family, which I thought was interesting, and the movie could have explored that. Like, that right there is a much better movie than what we ended up getting. I will also say the fight scenes are pretty cool. The choreography is great, and Ben Wang, again, who plays Lee, is, I believe he's a talented martial artist. I could be wrong, though. But, so, yeah, and they're entertaining. But my biggest issue with the movie that I have not mentioned yet is this movie is rushed. This movie is so fast. Like, it was kind of hard for me to really get invested into anything because it did not take its time with anything. And even when it did take its time, like, I'd say more at the beginning of the movie, it kind of let things play out, but that was when it was about a pizza dad in a boxing match. And that's not what the second half of the movie is about. Pizza Dad is barely in the second half. And when we get to the second half, like, it montages through the training, it montages through the final tournament, it montages through everything. So it's just weird. Overall, look, I didn't hate this movie. You know, a lot of people, I feel like, are going to be shitting on this movie. A lot of people went into this movie not liking it because it does seem like a cash grab after the success of Cobra Kai, and it kind of is, especially since you're, like, when you look at it, it's like, you know, you bring back Ralph Macchio, and you're bringing back Jackie Chan, and especially when you watch the movie, not so much Jackie Chan, but Ralph Macchio, you know, Daniel is just not important in the movie. But, like, I didn't hate the movie, I had fun with it, but it's also going to be very forgettable. And it moves really fast, a little too fast. Like, not so fast to where you can't keep up with it, but a little too fast in order for me to really care about anything that's happening. Overall, I'm going to give Karate Kid Legends a 6 out of 10. That's my review for Karate Kid Legends, though. What do you guys think? You guys like the movie, not like the movie? Have you guys seen the movie, not seen the movie? And if you guys haven't seen the movie, you guys like it, not like it, anything about the movie, let me know down below. Anyways, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, or I will show you no mercy.